There is a cruelty in the human eye that no one admits to, a silent biological instinct that happens in less than a second. Before you speak, before you shake a hand, before you offer value, you have already been judged. If you look weak, you are treated as prey. If you look poor, you are treated as invisible. It does not matter how brilliant your mind is. It does not matter how pure your heart is. If your appearance signals lack, the world will conspire to keep you in lack. Machiavelli knew this 500 years ago. He warned us that the vulgar crowd is always taken in by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of the vulgar. You have felt this. You have walked into a room and felt the temperature drop. You have seen eyes glide over you as if you were furniture. You have seen lesser men, foolish men, wicked men be handed opportunities simply because they looked like they belonged, while you were left standing at the gate. This is not bad luck. This is the brutal geometry of perception. And until you master it, everything will work against you. Most people believe that poverty is a financial state. They are wrong. Poverty, to the human animal, is a scent. It is a signal of vulnerability, and nature hates vulnerability. When you look poor, and I do not mean ragged, I mean diminished, you trigger a predatory response in others. You invite them to cheat you. You invite them to ignore you. You invite the world to give you its scraps. But there is a way to hack this mechanism, a way to signal power before you possess it, a way to force the world to treat you with the reverence of a king, even if your pockets are empty. Machiavelli called it the mask of the prince. It is the art of weaponizing your image so that reality bends to fit your appearance. But to wear this mask, you must first understand the mistake you are making right now. The subtle, invisible signal you are broadcasting every time you walk out your door. A signal that tells the world, I am of no value, you can step on me. Once you stop sending this signal, the war changes. The resistance fades. But first, we must dissect why the world punishes the look of poverty with such violence. The world is not fair. It is efficient. And the human brain is the most efficient machine in existence. It does not want to work. It does not want to dig through the mud of your appearance to find the gold of your character. It wants a shortcut. Appearance is that shortcut. When you present yourself as unkempt, slumped or apologetic, you are handing the world a verdict against you. You are saving them the trouble of judging you. You are saying, I have already given up, so you should give up on me too. Understand this. People do not despise the poor because they lack money. They despise the poor because poverty reminds them of failure. It reminds them of impotence. It is a contagion. When a man looks poor, he looks contagious. Not with disease, but with bad fortune. And humans, superstitious creatures that they are, flee from bad fortune. Machiavelli observed that men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see you, but very few have to feel who you are. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few feel what you are. Think of the last time you saw a man in a stained shirt, shoulders hunched, eyes downcast. Did you wonder about his philosophy? Did you wonder if he was a genius poet? No, you labeled him loser, broken, a void. You did it instantly. You did it without malice. You did it to save energy. Now imagine that man is you, because often it is. We tell ourselves lies to sleep at night. We say, I am authentic. I don't care what people think. I dress for comfort. This is the language of the victim. Comfort is the enemy of power. Authenticity without authority is just noise. When you look poor, everything works against you because you have stripped yourself of armor. You have walked onto a battlefield naked. And in war, the naked are not pitied. They are slaughtered. Consider the horn effect. It is the dark twin of the halo effect. If one trait is negative, your shoes are cracked, your posture is collapsing. The mind assumes all your traits are negative. They assume you are lazy. They assume you are stupid. They assume you are dishonest. Why? Because discipline is visible. If you cannot govern your own appearance, why would anyone believe you can govern a business? If you cannot maintain the fabric on your back, why would anyone trust you with a contract? The visual is the proof of the internal, or at least that is how the world sees it. To neglect your image is to slander your own soul. You are telling a lie about yourself. You are telling the world you are worthless when you are not. And the world, being cruel and literal, believes you. There is a dark paradox in the movement of resources. Money flows to those who look like they do not need it. Go to a bank. Ask for a loan dressed in desperation. Smell like need. Let your voice tremble with the reality of your poverty. What happens? The vault closes. The interest rates skyrocket. You are a risk. Now take a man who needs the money just as badly. But he enters in a tailored suit. His grooming is sharp. His watch catches the light. He speaks slowly, with the boredom of a man who has options. He does not ask. He proposes. The vault opens. The terms are generous. Why? Because he signaled abundance. Humans follow the law of association. We associate wealth with capability. We associate poverty with incompetence. If you look like you need help, you will rarely get it. If you look like you can provide help, the world throws resources at your feet. This is why the fake it till you make it ethos is not merely vanity, it is survival strategy, it is Machiavellian pragmatism. To look poor is to signal cost. To look rich is to signal investment. Nobody wants to pay a cost. Everyone wants to make an investment. When you walk into a negotiation looking diminished, you are asking for charity. And charity is a cold, hard crumb given with contempt. But when you walk in looking formidable, you are offering an alliance. You must understand that people are terrified of being associated with failure. If they hire a man who looks sloppy and that man fails, they look like fools. I should have known, they will say. Look at him. But if they hire a man who looks impeccable and he fails, they are forgiven. He looked the part, they will say. He fooled us all. Your appearance is an insurance policy for the decision makers. By looking the part, you lower the risk for others to bet on you. If you refuse to play this game, you are not being real. You are being arrogant. You are assuming the world owes you its time to discover your hidden value. The world owes you nothing. It is your duty to excavate your own value and paint it in gold so that even the blind can see it. Machiavelli advised the prince to be a great simulator and dissimulator, to hide his true nature if it was disadvantageous, and to project the nature that was required. If you are hungry, you must look full. If you are anxious, you must look bored. If you are poor, you must look like you are merely traveling incognito. Because the moment they smell the blood of your need, the sharks begin to circle. Let us go darker. Let us look at the animal brain. Dominance hierarchies are not social constructs. They are biological imperatives. Lobsters, wolves, chimpanzees, and humans, we all scan for status. What happens when a wolf sees a sheep that is limping? Does it feel empathy? Does it think, poor creature, let me help it? No. The limp triggers the kill instinct. Human society is a sanitized version of this dynamic. We do not tear throats with our teeth. We tear them with lawsuits, with ridicule, with exclusion, with lowball offers. When you look poor, you are limping. You are signaling that you have no allies. You are signaling that you have no resources to defend yourself. You are signaling that if someone harms you, no one will come to avenge you. This is why the poor are over-policed, overcharged, and underserved. They are low-risk targets. If a merchant cheats a man in a bespoke suit, he fears retribution. He fears that man has lawyers. He fears that man has powerful friends. He fears that man can destroy his reputation with a whisper. If a merchant cheats a man in rags, he fears nothing. Who will listen to the ragged man? Who cares? By looking poor, you strip away your deterrence. You make yourself safe to exploit. I have seen men of great intellect destroyed because they did not understand this. They thought their work would protect them. They thought their loyalty would protect them. But they dressed like servants, so they were treated like servants. And when the budget cuts came, when the scapegoat was needed, the finger pointed to the man who looked like he couldn't fight back. Appearance is armor. It is a psychological force field that makes predators hesitate. Hesitation is all you need. In that split second of hesitation, where they wonder, who is this man? Is he dangerous? Is he important? In that second you win. You dictate the frame, but if there is no hesitation, if they look at you and instantly see a victim, the attack is inevitable. You might argue that this is unfair. You might argue that we should live in a world where character is king. You can argue with gravity as you fall from a cliff. It will not save you. Machiavelli did not write about the world as it should be. He wrote about the world as it is. And in the world as it is, the man who neglects his armor dies. Who told you that appearance doesn't matter? Who told you that vanity is a sin? Who told you that humble clothes are a sign of virtue? Usually, it is the people who want to keep you in your place. Or it is the people who have already given up. It's what's inside that counts, is a platitude invented to comfort the invisible. It is a lie. Yes, character matters for retention, but appearance matters for access. Your interior is the product. Your exterior is the marketing. You can have the best product in the world, a cure for cancer, a philosophical masterpiece, a billion-dollar algorithm. If you wrap it in garbage, bury it in the backyard, and put a keep out sign on it, nobody will buy it. Marketing is not lying. Marketing is respect for the product. If you truly value your mind, if you truly value your soul, why would you house it in a temple that looks like a ruin? To dress poorly, to groom poorly, to carry yourself with the slouch of the defeated is an act of self-disrespect. And the world is a mirror. It reflects the respect you show yourself. If you treat yourself like a discount item, the world will bargain with you. If you treat yourself like a rare artifact, the world will refrain from touching you with dirty hands. There is a spiritual dimension to this. When you sharpen your appearance, you sharpen your mind. The discipline of the exterior bleeds into the interior. Put on a suit, or even just a clean, ironed shirt. Stand straight, fix your hair, watch how your thoughts change. You become more deliberate. You speak with more gravity. You stop apologizing for your existence. The mask becomes the face. This is the alchemy of the outlier. We do not wait to feel confident to look good. We look good to become confident. The poor man waits for the feeling. The powerful man constructs the feeling through action. You must stop viewing your appearance as a chore. It is a weapon. It is a tool of influence. Every morning you are dressing for a role. You are casting yourself in the movie of your life. Are you the extra, the victim, the comic relief? Or are you the protagonist, the architect, the threat? The wardrobe department is in your hands. But so many of you are choosing the costume of the victim and then wondering why the script is so tragic. It goes deeper than clothes. It is in the eyes. The poverty gaze is a look of constant apology. It is the habit of breaking eye contact first. It is the habit of shrinking when you walk through a door. It is the habit of laughing nervously when someone insults you. These are the behaviors of a serf. You can put a beggar in silk, but if he keeps the poverty gaze, he will still look poor. You can put a king in rags, but if he keeps the royal gaze, the steady, unblinking assessment of his surroundings, he will look like a king in disguise. Machiavelli notes that the lion does not need to roar to be feared. He simply needs to be present. When you look poor, you are often hyperactive. You explain too much. You smile too much. You try to please. This is the behavior of scarcity. You are signaling that you need their approval to survive. Abundance is calm. power is still. When you are comfortable with silence, you signal wealth. When you are comfortable taking up space, you signal wealth. Everything works against the man who looks poor because his body language screams, "I am wrong, I shouldn't be here, please forgive me." And the world replies, "You are right, get out." To break this, you must train the body before you can convince the mind. You must move with the speed of a man who is not paid by the hour. You must hold the gaze of others until they feel the weight of your judgment, not the other way around. You must kill the surf inside you, because as long as that surf breathes, no amount of money will save you. You see lottery winners who go broke in 3 years? It is because they never killed the surf. They bought expensive things, but they wore them with the apology of a thief. They looked poor in a Ferrari, and the world stripped them of it. And this leads us to the loudest signal of poverty: noise. The poor man is noisy. He is noisy with his words, noisy with his movements, noisy with his complaints. He feels the need to fill every silence because silence makes him anxious. In silence, he fears he is being judged, so he babbles. He reveals his plans. He reveals his insecurities. He tells you about his debt, his ex-wife, his back pain. He gives you all the ammunition you need to destroy him, and he calls it being open. Power is silent. Look at the predator. The tiger does not announce its presence until it strikes. The CEO at the head of the table speaks the least. The Godfather whispers, "When you overtalk, you signal that your words have no value." You are inflating the supply, crashing the demand. To never look poor, you must master the art of the closed mouth. When you are silent, you become a blank canvas. People project their own fantasies onto you. They wonder, what is he thinking? Does he know something I don't? In that vacuum of information, they invent power for you. They assume you are judging them. And in their insecurity, they seek to impress you. This is the Machiavellian flip. By saying nothing, you force them to perform for you. But the moment you start complaining about the price of gas or how tired you are, the spell breaks. You become mortal. You become common. You become one of us. And you do not want to be one of us. You want to be one of them. The outlier. The exception. This extends to your digital presence. The man who posts everything, his lunch, his outrage, his every passing thought, looks spiritually impoverished. He looks desperate for validation. He is dancing for likes. The man who posts rarely but with intent, he looks like he has a life too rich to be captured on a screen. Scarcity creates value. Make your presence scarce. Make your words diamonds, rare, hard, and cutting. You might say, I cannot afford a tailored suit. I cannot afford the trappings of wealth. This is a failure of imagination. Looking poor is rarely about the brand of your clothes. It is about the maintenance of your reality. A man in a cheap shirt that is crisp, white, and perfectly tucked looks wealthier than a man in a $1,000 designer hoodie that is stained and wrinkled. Discipline costs nothing. Polishing your shoes costs time, not money. Ironing your shirt costs effort, not money. Keeping your fingernails clean, your hair sharp, your body lean, these are investments of will. When you are unkempt, you signal chaos. You signal that you cannot control the entropy of your own life. And if you cannot control your own entropy, how can you control a business? How can you lead men? The wealthy look clean. That is the secret. It is a specific kind of hygiene that signals they are removed from the grime of the struggle. The poor look dusty. They look worn down by the friction of survival. You must scrub the dust off your avatar. It is in the details, the heels of your shoes, the collar of your jacket, the screen of your phone. Is it cracked? A cracked phone screen is a screaming siren of poverty. It says, I broke this and I lack the resources to fix it, so I live with broken things. Do not live with broken things. It damages your psyche. It tells your subconscious that you deserve brokenness. Fix it or hide it, but do not parade it. Machiavelli taught that the prince must appear compassionate, faithful, humane, upright, and religious. Notice the word appear. You must curate the artifacts of your life. If you drive a rusted car, park it around the corner. Walk the last block. Arrive on foot, standing tall. Control the narrative. This is not deceit. This is framing. A photographer frames a shot to exclude the garbage can on the side of the street. You are the director of your own image. Crop out the garbage. If you invite a potential ally to dinner, do not take them to a place you cannot afford and then sweat over the bill. That is the smell of poverty. Take them to a coffee shop. Buy 2 black coffees, but drink them with the leisure of kings. Focus on the conversation. Pay the $2 with a smile. It is better to be the master of a small domain than the servant of a large one. There is a final element to the look of poverty that is the hardest to accept: the company you keep. If you are surrounded by men who look defeated, who speak in the language of victimhood, who dress in the uniform of failure, you are painted with the same brush. You are the average of the 5 people you are seen with. If you walk into a room with a pack of hyenas, no one will mistake you for a lion. This is cruel, I know. You have friends you love, you have loyalty to your past. But if you want to rise, you must understand optics. When you are seen with the successful, the halo effect transfers to you. You borrow their credibility. This is why social climbers fight to be in the photo. They know that the image is the asset. You do not have to abandon your old friends, but you must compartmentalize. When you are on the battlefield of success, you must walk with other warriors. If you bring a jester to the war council, you will not be taken seriously. Machiavelli warned that a prince is judged by the quality of the ministers he keeps around him. If they are capable and faithful, he is considered wise. If they are fools, he is considered a fool. Audit your circle. Who makes you look like a leader? Who makes you look like a participant in a tragedy? Distance yourself from the visual drag. Because the world assumes that birds of a feather flock together. If your flock looks poor, you look poor. This requires a hardness of heart. But remember the objective. The objective is not to be nice. The objective is to be effective. To never look poor is to curate your entire ecosystem. Your clothes, your words, your body, your companions. It is a total war on perception. Now the paradox. When you do this, when you meticulously remove every signal of poverty from your life, something strange happens. You stop being poor. It is not magic, it is mechanics. When you dress with power, you are treated with respect. When you are treated with respect, you are given opportunities. When you are given opportunities, you gain resources. The mask summons the face. You begin to believe your own propaganda. You look in the mirror and you do not see a victim. You see a contender. And because you see a contender, you act like one. You take risks. You negotiate harder. You walk away from bad deals. You have hacked your own serotonin system. This is the ultimate secret. The fake exterior reconstructs the real interior. By refusing to look poor, you reject the identity of poverty. You reject the script that says you are destined to struggle. You declare, physically and visually, that you are destined for more. And the world, which is desperate for leadership, desperate for strength, desperate for anything that looks like a sure thing, the world bows. It opens the doors it kept locked. It smiles the smiles it withheld. Machiavelli was right. Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. So give them a vision of greatness. Dazzle them with the image of who you are becoming. Do not wait for the gold to arrive to polish the crown. Wear the crown now. The gold will follow the king. But if you stay in the rags, waiting for permission to change, you will die in them. The choice is yours. The judgment is coming. It comes every day, every second, from every pair of eyes that lands on you. Will they see a victim, or will they see a master? You now understand the law, but understanding is only the first step. Execution is the abyss where most men fall. There are specific techniques to manipulate perception that are too dangerous to share on this open platform. There are psychological triggers that can make a giant kneel and make a pauper look like a prince. If this opened your eyes, understand this is only what I can show publicly. There are videos I cannot upload for everyone. There are aspects of dark psychology that I simply cannot discuss publicly on YouTube without being censored or demonetized. The algorithm suppresses the most powerful information. Those exist behind the join button. If you're still here, you're not like the others. Subscribe if you haven't. But if you want what's hidden, click the join button and step into the architect level. You will unlock exclusive, uncensored videos that dive into the deepest parts of the human psyche. Most won't. That's the point.